Hey guys, welcome back to Non-League to Legend. Today we're back a wee bit earlier because it's that time again. We are moving clubs. I think with the position that we're in now with Hamilton, I think it's the right choice and time. I know we've not been here for long, like a year and a half or something, but I think this move will do us a world of good, reputation wise. It's not the team that we were linked with in the last episode. In the last episode, we were linked with the Leicester job, but we were unsuccessful in that. To be completely honest, I was surprised to even be linked with that job because they're in the Premiership down in England. But it is still south of the border. It's a team in the relegation zone in the Championship, but they've got a fantastic team. They are a big side. They're a well-known side, so I think we'll be able to get them back up into mid-table and maybe in the next couple of years go for a promotion push. So the time has come to end our Hamilton career, and we're time up in Scotland now anyway, and move down to England. And the team that we are going to be taking over is Middlesbrough. We'll have a look at them before we join. They are 22nd in the Sky Bet Championship, so 1 point away from being out of the relegation zone. As I says, they are a big team. When I was growing up, they were always in the Premiership. They always had a decent side, but in recent years they've not been at their best. So I know they had maybe 1 or 2 years up in the Premiership lately, but hopefully we can get them back up into mid-table this season, and in the next few years, as I says, work our way up and maybe get into the Premiership soon. So I think taking over a side with the calibre of Middlesbrough, I think that will do us a world of good. As I says, I think we'll be able to survive. They are giving us 5 million in the transfer kitty and just under 400,000 in wage budget, so that should be doable. So let's start the negotiations. We are currently on £925 a week, and they're offering us 9 grand. That is a no-brainer. So, and if you think about it that way, it's a no-brainer, and I personally think it is a jump up. Some people might not see that. Some people might see it as a backward step or even a sideways step. But let's face it, I think it was in the last 15 years, Middlesbrough were in Europe, I'm pretty sure. So I think that would be an awesome job for us to take. Well, we are taking, and it would be out of our minds not to go there. So the deed is done. We are now the manager of Middlesbrough. We do have a good reputation in Scotland. We've got a good reputation in the way of we've been promoted twice with two different sides, where they were supposed to be nowhere near getting promoted, but we done it. As you can see, the media are predicting 7th place. We'll need to be at our best to get to that, but hopefully we'll be able to get it. I'm hoping mid-table. They did finish 8th in the Championship last season, so I don't know what's going on this season, but with the formation that we usually play, 4-2, 4-2-2, this is the best team apparently. So we'll have a wee look at the squad in just a minute. The club vision is develop the youth, sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, play attacking football, make the most of set pieces. I think I could do all that. Work within the wage budget, sign players to sell in at a profit, minimum 2 years for first team players, and sell players before buying. End of current season, it says avoid a relegation battle, so they're not expecting us to get mid-table, but me personally think we should be getting that. We've also to reach the 4th round of the FA Cup and reach the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. That's this season, and then next season we have to reach the playoffs, develop the best youth system in a championship. My contract expires, and in the next few seasons, the chairman or managing director are looking to sell the club, which isn't the best because that could put a dampener on things. But let's have a wee look at the club. I'll look at all these offline. So let's have a look at the best players at the club. Dylan Levitt, who is a Welsh midfielder. He looks pretty decent. He looks really good for this division. Next is Michael Helk. who is a 29-year-old Polish international. Again, he looks pretty decent for this level. Strong, tall defender. I like a good tall defender, especially to go up and win all the headers at the near post for us. Next is Nathan Wood, who is a 22-year-old Englishman who surprisingly can play anywhere in the back and as a striker. Strange to me, but he seems to be a real gem. He seems to be a good Sky Bet Championship player. It does lack consistency a bit, so hopefully we can fix that. I don't know if he can fix that, but hopefully we can do something with that. But he does seem to be a decent Premiership player as well. So him and Helik will be our starting centre halves. Then we have Marcus Tavernier, who is 25-year-old Englishman who can play in a variety of positions. That's good to see. I like that. He's a decent Premier League player, good Sky Bet Championship player. I wonder why they're so low down. I wonder if they've had injuries. Sylvester Jasper, who is on loan from Fulham. He's a left winger. Again, he looks decent. He loves the big matches apparently. We do have an injury here. Dan Lundulu, is that how you pronounce his name? Sorry, again, as I've said in previous episodes, I'm terrible, absolutely terrible at pronouncing players' names. So we'll just call him Dan until I learn how to say his name. But he seems to be the best striker at the club. He's a decent Premier League player. He's a good Sky Bet Championship player. He's good in the air. He is only 5'11" though, but he looks decent. We got him in a free at the start of the season, so it'll be nice to see what he can do for us. Then we've got Jordi Osei Tutu. He looks like a really good player as well. It looks as if we've got a really good player in near enough all positions. So I don't know what's happened to Middlesbrough. Did we sell a big player? We sold Darren Roberts, who looked to be a decent prospect. Rakiewicz we sold as well. He was a goalkeeper. He looks like a really good goalkeeper, to be honest. So that could be one. Darnell Johnson. No, I think maybe these two. Well, maybe it was the goalkeeper actually. We never really brought anybody in. Last year they never really sold anybody big. We never brought anybody in. We seem to be getting a few players from Arsenal. But anyway, let's just see what we can do. We obviously don't have a transfer window for another month and a bit. So let's see the Dev Centre. We do have a strong under 23s and a strong under 18s. Troy Parrott, who I actually tried to sign for Hamilton, I think, decided to go to Motherwell instead, and he is sitting in the under 23s, so I think I'll promote him. We do have a few players that we have to look out for. This Kieran Garnett, who is a 18-year-old striker, looks pretty decent. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. He's a Welshman, already capped at under 21 level. Scored 7 goals and 11 caps for the Welsh under 21s. He looks like a really good player, so I think I'll just bring him up. He looks like a really good player. I'll go through them more. That was just like the top 4 that they were telling us about. Finances, we're actually we're scraping the barrel a bit with the wage budget, but we do have 5.5 million. So if needs be, we can. So we can play around with that a bit. But I think we'll probably look at the squad in the next few days and we'll see if there's any players that will probably be moving on. So as I says, we are 22nd in the league, 16 games gone. There is still a lot of football left to go. Probably hoping finish between 16th and 10th place. That's my personal goal. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. We're not in the best form. We have lost 5 in a row. We had a not bad start to the league season. We're already going to be failing one of our targets because we get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, so hopefully they're not going to judge me on that. But yeah, so we'll probably have a wee look, see what tactic we'll be able to make with the squad, and I think I'll come back for the Millwall and Crystal Palace games. That'll take us to the January transfer window. That'll give me a full month in the job, and we can see how things are getting on there, and we'll see what transfers are on the books for us. So if you like that in any way, please hit the like button. If you would like to see more Football Manager 22 content on the channel, please hit subscribe, turn your notifications on, and thank you very much for watching.